Hello, my friends. Here's a question I want you to sit with for just a second. When does an emergency end? If you said, when the crisis is over, congratulations, you have basic common sense. But authoritarians have a different answer. Their answer is, never. This is hallmark number 3 in the 11 hallmarks, the warning signs of authoritarianism, that form the backbone of my forthcoming book, How to Save Democracy, the Anti-Authoritarian Playbook that I've talked with you about, coming out this summer. And this one is sneaky because it doesn't announce itself as tyranny. It announces itself as protection. Emergency powers are a legitimate tool, and every democracy has them. The idea is simple. There's a genuine crisis. It's a war, it's a pandemic, it's a natural disaster. And that temporarily requires faster, more centralized decision-making. So Parliament moves too slowly and courts can wait. Just for now, the executive needs more room to act. And just for now is where the problem begins. Because if you look at Hungary, Viktor Orban, think of this. He declared COVID an emergency in 2020. And he used that to rule by decree for months, sidelining Parliament almost entirely. The emergency technically ended, but the habit of absolute power did not. Look at Venezuela under Chavez, or then Maduro. A state of economic emergency, renewed and renewed and renewed again for years. Each renewal, another brick removed from the wall between executive power and everything else. The courts, the press, the opposition. Look at Peru, where presidents have declared states of emergency so routinely that some regions have spent more years under emergency rule than out of it. And why don't we just take a gander at Russia? Putin's anti-terrorism and national security frameworks have been in place so long, the exception has simply become the law. Here is what they all have in common. Are you taking notes? The emergency is real enough at first, but it's never allowed to resolve because a government in crisis is a government with fewer checks and balances. And fewer checks and balances means fewer consequences. And that's not a bug. That actually becomes the feature. So the next time that a leader says, we need emergency powers, you just ask yourself this question: where's the off-ramp? What are the conditions for ending this? Because a power with no off-ramp is not an emergency measure. It's just power. And I'll be back.